Hey guys, what's up? Darcy here at 6 Strings 9 Lives, back for a CD vinyl update. Got about 6 CDs, about 4 records, and a box set to show you. My buying hasn't really slowed down much. The only thing is I am super cautious when something comes here. Open it up outside, give it a wipe down with the Lysol wipes. No different than when we bring our groceries in the house and stuff like that. So it doesn't hurt to be extra cautious. So the first item that I'll show you here is a box set that I pre-ordered way back in January 29th to be exact, and the release date was something like April. But now, and I did get this probably about 3 weeks ago. Now I see on Amazon that the new release date is May 29th, which I've ordered a couple records that got pushed back till then. I'll explain that after, but I picked up the Def Leppard, the early years, 79 to 81 box set. Just a great packaging. I was a little surprised to get something this big. It's a, it's like a 10-inch record size type of thing with a book, and then I'll show you how all the CDs are housed in there. Great packaging. They even got the ring wear on here. Probably could have did without that, but whatever, minor detail. I love early Def Leppard, the first 4 albums, and I'm a huge fan of the retroactive album. I hope they reissue that on vinyl too, like separate, not part of those big box sets. Those cost a God, those cost a fortune to get those. Anyways, this just slips out like this. And what I was after here for sure is these, this extra bonus, unreleased, never before released stuff. Maybe some of it has been released. I don't know. I'm not, a Def Leppard expert or anything like that, but I do enjoy the band. I've really enjoyed them since 1983, since I heard Pyromania. So anyways, here is the book. It's a hard-covered book, and it is just jam-packed with write-ups, old photos. This is when the 2 guitar players of this band were, the late, great Steve Clark and Pete Willis. And lots of, old photographs, old ads, concert stuff. And just, if you're a fan of that early Def Leppard, definitely pick this up. Great job. The book is just fantastic. And, I saved the hype sticker on the back there. Here's how the CDs are. So my only gripe here is these little sleeves that they use. So you can see the 1, 2, 3, 5 CDs in there, and I'll pull them out. So, of course, you have On Through the Night and High and Dry, which are the 2019 remastered, which I think were first remastered for that, the big vinyl box set they did. So these albums, great albums, On Through the Night. But just these little mini sleeves. I got to get some of those little protector, kind of like mini versions of the MoFi sleeves. I know Bev showed them on her channel. And I'm going to have to pick up some of those. Next up, I don't know if this is still my favorite, but between this and High and Dry, love these albums. Great stuff. High and Dry, again, 2019 remaster. So what I really wanted from this set is, first off is When the Walls Come Tumbling Down, New Theater, Oxford, 1980. This is, it's a live show and just raw, energetic, just a lot of fun. You can just hear this band in their early beginnings and what they turned out to be. So that one's really cool. What do the CDs look like? I forget. So I can pull that out for you. Just standard. Like I said, I'm not really a big fan of these little cardboard sleeves. I like digipacks, but not this stuff. Next up was Too Many Jitterbugs. So this one has some EP versions, early versions, B-sides, remixes, edited versions of all these songs. And then finally, in this set is Def Leppard Raw, early BBC recordings. There's the back. That's going to be hard to read, that yellow. That's just the track listing. So we have a BBC Andy Peebles session, Friday Rock Show session, and Live at Reading Festival. And that is from August 1980. So wow, 40 years ago. Pretty cool. Yeah, great set. The vinyl, I ordered the black vinyl from Amazon. It is still on, the release date got pushed back. And, but in the meantime, Jim Davies, had this 20% off coupon or whatever, that I could use, but it just wouldn't work on my end. Whether it must have been hooked to his account or his credit card or whatever. I said, that's okay. Thanks for the offer, Jim. But I'm happy with the black vinyl. I did want the colored vinyl, the red and the blue. And a few days later, he emailed me and said, I ordered those for you. And I was just, of course, I'm just blown away. I can't thank you enough. And if you've seen any of VCLT videos from this super kind-hearted gentleman from Texas, yeah, it'll definitely warm your heart. But thanks, Jim. And these just arrived the other day, and I couldn't be happier. These are the colored versions of, so first off, we have On Through the Night. Happy to have this on vinyl. I do not have it. I do now. Very happy to have it. And by all accounts, it's very true to the original. Here's the inner sleeve for it. Great album. Like I said, I love the first four. Adrenalize is a good album too. I really enjoy that one too. After that, it's touch and go. There's definitely some good songs, but nothing like this early stuff. And yeah, thanks again, Jim. I tell you, these are they sound great. They look awesome. 180 gram. This is the blue vinyl for On Through the Night. And then we have High and Dry. So these are like I said, I don't know if I said 2019 remasters probably from that box set that came out. High and Dry, what an album. I mean, this actually contains my single favorite Def Leppard song of all time, called Let It Go. Yeah, definitely just not a weak track on this album. Glad to have it. This on vinyl. And here's the inner. And the red vinyl. There we go, red vinyl. Yeah, I forgot to show you the old Vertigo center ring. Very cool. And like I said, I did pre-order the black versions of these, and when Jim sent me these, I'm like, I'm not going to cancel them. The price dropped to $19 a piece, which is a steal. And when those arrive, my childhood friend will be receiving a couple of Def Leppard records in the mail and a few other things, which he doesn't know about, but he will after he watches this video. Anyways, and thank you, Jim. Appreciate it totally. Let's move on to, okay, here's a band about a year ago. Metal Mickey sent me 2 albums from this band. The band is called Paradise Lost. He sent me Icon and Draconian Times. Great albums. And Icon was a big change for these guys, in their sound, and there's actually, and from what I've now studied up on this band, there's a lot of changes from heavy almost not death vocals, but doomy, gothic. That's the name of one of their albums, actually. So I really enjoyed Icon and Draconian Times are great albums. So I'm like, I'm gonna try one more. And this one kept coming up, Shades of God. And this is more with the gruffer, growly vocals than what's on Icon and Draconian. But I really enjoy this album. Glad to pick it up. There is the CD and a couple tracks that really stuck out right away. Embraced, No Forgiveness, and the last track, As I Die. Yeah, great stuff. Ironically, these guys have a new album coming out tomorrow. You know, point me in the right direction. I know Mark G with a C showed in his latest video their second album called Gothic. I don't know, I might want to try that one out. Then after Draconian Times, they changed even more with an album called 1 Minute. I've sampled some stuff on there. There's a song that I really liked called Just Say Words. And then, what's the other track called? Disappear. Really cool and a big departure again. So, you know, if you're looking at an album like Shades of God to 1 Minute, you know, lots went on. And so, yeah, I'll dig into some more Paradise Lost. There's their album before the new one was called Medusa. I heard that's pretty good. And the new one is coming out tomorrow. Yeah, are you picking it up? Is it on your list? Let me know. What have you heard so far? Excuse me. All right, next up is Creator. I picked up their live album called London Apocalyption, live at the Roundhouse. Digipack, Nuclear Blast. Great booklet in here. And I don't own any, well, this is my first live Creator that I have. Excuse me. Great track listing. A lot of newer songs, though, if you're a fan of the old stuff. There's only a couple on here. Flag of Hate, Pleasure to Kill. And what I mean about newer stuff is probably the past 5 albums is well represented on this album. So this is a CD audio and a Blu-ray. Great booklet. Some live shots of the band. There's Millie, Sammy. There's Christian Geisler. This is his last album to feature him on anything Creator. They have a new bass player now, and there's Venter on drums. Really good sounding. I like it. Some people said the production is a little not great, but when it comes to a live album, I just hope it's not too touched up, and this does not sound too touched up. It sounds, like I said, really good. Check it out. Another one I didn't pick up at the time of its release, but it came up really cheap. I think $9 for a DVD and a CD is Primal Fears. Angel of Mercy, live in Germany, deluxe edition, CD and DVD. So this would be their second last release on Frontiers Records. And now they have re-signed with Nuclear Blast, which I'm super excited about. They got a new album coming out here in, I think, June, called Metal Commandos. Look up the artwork for that album. Fantastic. Yeah, if you've watched my channel, you know I'm a big Primal Fear fan. I love this German, just the German traditional metal. Straight up, in your face, consistency, always with these guys. Pretty cool. So this is doesn't have any lyrics in it, but it has just all nice live shots of the band. And then their new album will be the first to feature new drummer. His name's Michael. Forget his last name. Michael from Gamma Ray. So, you know, it looks like, obviously Gamma Ray's on hiatus with, Kai back in Halloween. Yeah. So anyways, check out Primal Fear. Nice pickup for $9. Let's see. What else did I have here? My last episode of 6 with 6 Strings, I had talked a little bit about albums that I have on cassette that I'd love to buy on CD, or in some cases a vinyl, whatever's easier sometimes. But the band is Tesla, so I picked up 3 so far. I have the 4th on the way. When I think 1986, this is an album that pops right up there for me. This and Cinderella Night Songs are 2 really highlight debuts of 1986 for me. There's the track listing. Yeah, if you've never heard Tesla, or you only have a few of their albums, or maybe you want to revisit them, and these are pretty inexpensive, really. Canadian dollars. You can pick them up for $10 to $12, brand new. So these are not reissues. I believe these are just standard issues that they've always came out with. So yeah, great tracks. Easy Come, Easy Go, Coming at You Live, Getting Better, Modern Day Cowboy. These albums, and like I said in my video before, these are albums that you put on and it's an instant time warp. You know the lyrics right away. You can sing along with these songs. Anyways, I won't babble on too much about those. Anyways, Great Radio Controversy was the 2nd album from Tesla. Like I said, I needed to get these on CD. What a great album. Hang Tough, Lady Luck, Heaven's Trail, No Way Out. Awesome song. Love Song. Maybe my only little gripe with some of these Tesla albums is maybe one song too many. They're 12 or 13 tracks, and they're not shorter. Some are a lot of the tracks are 5.5 minutes long. Could have trimmed it down a little bit, but hey, when you have that much good stuff, whatever. Like I said, minor detail. And here's their 3rd album, which I showed in that video. This is called Psychotic Supper. Yeah, one of my all-time favorite Tesla songs, Man at a Time, Edison's Medicine. Love that song. Excuse me. Song and Emotion, which is a tribute to Steve Steamin Clark from Def Leppard. Great track. And What You Give. Lots of great tracks. I do have Bust a Nut on the way. Hasn't arrived yet. I ordered it from somewhere in Ontario. Should be here any day, but that's their 4th album. Really good too. And since that video that I did, I've been looking into getting a couple more of their later albums that I don't have. What was I going to say? I spend a lot of time browsing through Amazon, looking for a deal or a discount, and or prices dropped, because so many times I put something in my basket and the price has lowered, and then it come back the next day and it's up. Okay, like the album I'll show you next here, I got it for $27, and I've been burned before where I've come back the next day and it's already $39 or $44, and then I'm like, shit, I should have got that. I'm kicking my ass. Why didn't I pick that up? So this time I didn't wait. I just buy now, or pay now. Anthrax, and I do double up on some of my favorite bands. I don't have any Slayer on vinyl, but the rest of the big 4, or my other big 4, Overkill, Testament, Death Angel, and Exodus, I will pick up any reissue or any vinyl that I can find for a reasonable price. Or a couple other bands that maybe not in the thrashy end of it is Metal Church. Love Metal Church, spinning some of From the Vault in the background. And another band that I wish they'd do some reissues for, that are so hard to find and sometimes pricey, is Savatage. I definitely think Savatage needs to be in the conversation. If you've never heard their stuff, go try Hall of the Mountain King, Gutter Ballet, Streets, a rock opera. Try those, or their early stuff, or Edge of Thorns when they got their new vocalist. Great stuff from Savatage. Sorry, it went off a little off track. 2016 release from Anthrax. I do have this on CD. I love this cover. I think it's fantastic. The only thing for me, I'm such a stickler for, you know, the logos being on the front, which on the slipcase for the CD is on there, but as soon as you remove the slipcase, it's gone. But I guess this cover's busy enough without the Anthrax logo. Great album. Great tracks like You Gotta Believe, Monster in the End, Breathing Lightning, which is a little calmer of a song. Evil Twin, Heavier Fast, Blood Eagle Wings, love that song. Anthrax, I am really hoping they do release their new album this year. I think For All Kings is a great album. But what I'd like to see from Anthrax is something maybe a little less serious. You know, I don't mean go from this extreme to here, but taking it, for example, an album like State of Euphoria. I love that album. You know, some people don't, but I really do. I would love to see something of that and what they're doing now and kind of mix it up and meet in the middle somewhere. I've already read that they're even going to go heavier than For All Kings, so we'll see. You know, we all have our wishes for certain bands. Like, you know, the New Testament album is exactly what I wanted. It's got, to me, it's got everything. I mean, I've heard very few negatives about that album. So anyways, I'm definitely looking forward to a new release from Anthrax. I'll show you this vinyl quick. I was surprised. I thought it was black vinyl, but it's a splattered vinyl. Cool centering, and it's a two vinyl record. The three sides and the last side is etched. You can see the etching right there. Good album by Anthrax, and like I said, I will pick up, you know, I know it seems excessive at times with picking up vinyl and CDs, but you know, I do like to take the CDs into my vehicle and stuff, and it's a hobby, and I know you guys know this obsession. It's not just me. I'm glad it's not just me. And as long as I can sneak a few things in the house without my wife knowing, we're good. Anyways, last today is you know, I'm a big Accept fan, and I picked up Objection Overruled. There's going to be a glare on here, sorry. This is such a glossy cover. This is Objection Overruled from 1993. First of the reunion with U.D.O, and the best of the three for sure. If you are an Accept fan of early stuff or right around the Balls to the Wall era, this is a good mixture of songs. There's speed on here, there's melody. Great album by Accept, and this is a Music on Vinyl reissue, so you know I'm a big fan of anything Music on Vinyl does. Here is a marbled vinyl, centering, same on both sides, and like I said, Music on Vinyl. There is the hype sticker, or that's what they do, standard stuff, and they do great inner sleeves. My Music on Vinyl wish list from them would be, I would love if they got a hold of Restless and Wild. I have nothing against original pressings, you know, if they're in nice shape and stuff like that, but I already have about 5 or 6 Music on Vinyl Accepts, so I'd love to get my favorite Accept album, Restless and Wild on vinyl. And another one I wish they would do would be Metal Church The Dark. They've done 3 other Metal Church albums and just done awesome. You know, if you're a fan of The Blessing in Disguise or The Human Factor, definitely check those out, and their debut, all reissued on Music on Vinyl. And I think that's all I got today. I got a few more things coming in the mail, some newer stuff. I've ordered the new Traveler album, Havoc, Warbringer, King Diamond coming out with a bunch of reissues of the first 5 albums and some Merciful Fate. I couldn't be happier. I mean, original pressings of Melissa and Don't Break the Oath would be, they're very hard to find, and I'm more than happy with, I mean, Metal Blade, what a job they do. I think they're top notch also, you know, as well as companies like Music on Vinyl and Nuclear Blast. So let's end this here today. I will be back. I got another surprise package in the mail from Bev over at ClarkoVision. Total surprise. I will be making a video for that soon, and just about done I'm still studying on the Saxon ranking, and almost ready to go on a ranking of all, 15 studio albums of Halloween. Yeah, a few surprises there too. I totally thought I had it all mapped out, but a few things have changed on that. So, if you're a fan of that, maybe you're looking forward to watching that. I definitely look forward to making that video. So until next time, stay heavy.